contingency who are likely a lot more of those folks just being, pure demographics. A lot more of those folks on SNAP benefits are likely Democrat voters versus Republican voters. I think they will quickly find out how to get this thing through across the goalpost after November 1st. Very close to November 1st or 2nd.
Absolutely.
Terrence, thank you, my man.
Good to see you, brother.
You too, you too. All right, folks, kind of an interesting day in the markets today. A little bit tough. Across the board, NASDAQ took it on the chin, 378 lower, almost 70 lower in the S&P, Dow down 125. And a lot of that has to do with Meta. Facebook last night came out with earnings and they just got slaughtered. Just got wrecked. And a lot of people are worrying that the spend in AI, it's a massive spend that all these technology companies are spending on AI, is eating into their profits maybe too much. And to be honest with you, we've had a massive run up in the market over the last almost year and a half, 2 years, and maybe a little bit of profit taking there. Gold up $35. Gold. Good news. One piece of good news here. The only piece of good news I got here right now is oil down a few cents, approaching 60 again. Unfortunately, crypto world, a mass liquidation is going on in crypto, folks. Bitcoin can't get out of its own way, as they say, and it's a market that is just trying to find a bottom right now. So Bitcoin down to 106.5. I mean, we're at 127,000 like 2 weeks ago. So tough day in the crypto markets, in the equity markets. But again, let's remain positive. Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Democrats, they hate you.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously. But it is one of the few leveraged times we have.
Get that out of her mouth. Democrat House Whip Katherine Clark, her own words, they don't care if Americans starve as long as they have leverage over Trump. They're power hungry, they're hateful, they're vengeful, they're violent. They despise us all on the right, center, or right. And by the way, by doing so, if you hate half the country, you basically hate America. So she admits it, says the quiet part out loud. House Whip Katherine Clark says, either give us what we want, which is free health care for all of those, even those who are here in America illegally, or else this clown show of a shutdown continues.
So our message to the Republicans remained the same. Come to work, come to D.C., sit down with us, negotiate, end this healthcare crisis, and end this shutdown.
So, no kings, but do whatever we want, or else we'll hold this government and this country hostage. No kings, but we can't handle not being in control, so we're just going to hurt Americans for a little while just to make our point, wink, wink. And then after saying this out loud, watch.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously. But it is one of the few leveraged times we have.
Yeah, no mistake. She said it right there and said it again. And by the way, watch.
Levitt is looking especially at that last bit you said there, saying that Democrats, quote, are now admitting that they are intentionally causing American families to suffer with their reckless government shutdown. What's your response to that?
Well, that is right out of her playbook of half-truths, taking things out of context, and not being straight with the American people. And she knows what I said.
We exactly do know what you said. I think you said it twice, in fact. We heard what you said. You said people will suffer, and then you said families will suffer, but leverage is more important to you, Katherine Whip of the Democrat House. But what you hear is not what you hear, right? That's what they love to say. This is the number 2 House Democrat, aside from Hakeem, fake Obama, and Jeffries. Number 2 is the Whip. She counts the votes on the Democrat side. Very important job. Democrats hate America, and they hate us, and they hate you especially, and me, for being right of center. What are they fighting for? Well, they're fighting for benefits for illegals. It's exactly what this is. For not only illegals, but drug smugglers, child trafficking illegals. But they also want $4 million for LGBTQ democracy grants in America? No, in the Balkans. Why should American taxpayers pay for that? And they want $24 million for climate resilience, whatever that means. Here in America? No. In Honduras. Why should American taxpayers pay for Honduran climate resilience? They want $13 million more for civic engagements? No, not in America. In Zimbabwe. Why should the American taxpayer pay for that? They shouldn't. Why should Americans pay $3 million for, I don't know, desert locust relocation in Africa? Here's a challenge. Challenge for the Democrats. Just for once, just one time, will they think only of Americans and what we need with our money? And I'm talking about citizens of this country, not the people that they keep referring to, which means illegals too. Real citizens, real American people. Americans, just step back for a second and recognize the messaging the Democrat Party is sending the real, like us, American people right now. Number 2 House Democrat says, screw Americans, we just want power, we want leverage, and we want control over Trump. There's a Nazi running for Senate in Maine. Oh, but he's really sorry he has a tattoo with a Nazi imagery on it, folks. Nothing to see there. What else do Democrats have on their menu of America-hating destruction? Well, let's see. They've got a gubernatorial nominee, Mikey Sherrill. I don't know how she pronounced her name, Mikey Sherrill, who was likely involved in a Navy cheating scandal. Got that one. They've got a guy running for attorney general in Virginia who wants to murder. He said he texted his friends, murder his political opponents. And not just the opponent, murder the whole family, including their kids. And a candidate for governor who condones it, or certainly doesn't deny that it's a bad thing. Oh, and a socialist and terrorist sympathizer is about to take over the financial center of America, maybe the world, in New York. A guy who thinks replacing police with mental health experts, well, that might be a good idea for Gotham City.
I am confident that under a Mamdani administration, we would continue to deliver on that same mission and do so while creating the Department of Community Safety to ensure that mental health experts were the ones responding to the mental health crisis, because safety and justice is at the cornerstone of our pursuit of public safety, and in doing so, we will also be able to deliver our agenda for affordability.
Replace police. How's that sound to you, New Yorkers? Democrats do nothing but embrace disastrous ideas that are political and policy disasters for the folks that they are supposed to represent. And yet they learn nothing. Defund the police, remember that? Boys, men playing in girls' sports. And now this communist in New York wants to abolish gifted and talented programs in city schools. Mamdani says these programs have produced radically and inequitable outcomes. Inequitable outcomes. The Constitution does not guarantee outcomes. It guarantees equal opportunity, not equal outcomes. Get it straight, socialists. So if your kid is smarter and more talented than the other kids, too bad. But this is communism 101. Identity-based vision of justice. It's the DEI family. This is exactly what Americans voted against in the last election. We're witnessing the slow motion death of one of our major cities, maybe our most powerful city. And it's part of the bigger Democrat problem. It's why all of their policies and decisions are rooted in hating America and destroying this great country of ours. It's all about pleasing the loud, activist, far-left minority. Forget everyone else. And they wonder why their approval ratings are through the floor. Democrats should say loudly and clearly, we won't let the extreme wing of the party speak for us. But they refuse to do that. And so they're no better than these extremists in their party. A Nazi with a Nazi tattoo, a governor who condones killing his opponent, murdering his opponent, a communist mayor who supports jihad. Do something, say anything against it, and one of you Democrats, and just one of you stand up and push back on that. Otherwise, Americans have no reason to believe anything other than the fact that Democrats hate Americans and they truly hate this country and everything we stand for. A new administration in Washington, D.C. has brought a lot of positive changes when it comes to fixing our broken healthcare system. The reality is, however, that there is only so much our government can do, and that if we really, really, really want to help make America healthy again, that starts right at home with each and every one of us. And that's where the Wellness Company comes in. You see and hear from the Wellness Company doctors all the time on this network, and they are amazing doctors. And you know that their products are the gold standard for keeping you and your family safe and healthy. The Wellness Company gives you the opportunity to make sure you're prepared for whatever happens with their series of prescription medical kits. These kits are amazing, folks. Kits that contain an assortment of life-saving medications. and even more importantly, maybe, guidebooks to assist you in the proper use of those medications. Additionally, the wellness company offers a variety of products from parasite cleanses to methylene blue to weight loss and so much more that can help you stay healthy and live a longer and more satisfying life. Make America healthy again starts right at home. Do your part and protect the health of you and your family. Go to www.twc.health/voice today in order. That's twc.health/voice. And by the way, use that promo code right there, voice. Just type in voice when it says promo code. Just hit voice and you'll save 10%. Great company. Great stuff there, folks. All right. Tristan Hamm. Tristan Hamm, influencer, good-looking guy, outdoorsman. He rides around in shirtless on horseback, and he hunts bears with his bow and arrow and deer with his bow and arrow. Just an all-around dude, guy. Also now a boxer, and he wants to fight Jake Paul. Watch.
And I see there's a lot of bullshit going on, and I cannot believe that these master bullshit artists, like, unfortunately Jake Paul and a lot of these other influencers out there, I mean, I'm telling you, a lot of them are phonies. Why is it that Mike Perry is the king of violence, but Tristan Hamm, who's been boxing for 2 years, some random guy from northern Canada can drop him and completely embarrass him?
Great interview with that guy. That guy is amazing. He's undefeated. He's going to be a heavyweight champion one day. He talks about Jake Paul. He talks about Mike Tyson, and just some amazing stories. You only get that on The Edge, and it's on YouTube. And if you put your camera to that QR code right there, a little yellow dot line comes up. Press that. You'll be automatically subscribed. Never charge you anything. It's always going to be free. We just want you to see this amazing show that's blowing the doors off of YouTube on new shows right now as we speak. Or hit me up, youtube.com/@EricBollingTheEdge. Make sure it's @EricBollingTheEdge. You'll be part of this amazing team that is just exploding. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you for being here with me here, and I also appreciate your subscription. We'll be right back.